Family, welcome to the channel. Gather in. I had a dream, and typically this is not something that I would share on the channel, but this one was bizarre. So in this dream, I'm in my house, which, makes me think that I'm awake, right? You ever have one of those dreams where, like, you're in your home, or like one of the dreams where you wake up and that's the beginning of the dream, you waking up in a bed, so it really makes you think you're awake though you're dreaming? One of those. So I'm awake, but I'm dreaming, but I'm in my house and I'm really dreaming, right? And so a car pulls up. It's a very, very nice car. And, a guy comes out and he's in a suit and he has, like, glasses on and has like an ear thing. And he's like, it looks like he's on like official business. He's like, listen, we have somebody who needs to use your bathroom and we don't know where to. I'm like, bro, you need to use my bathroom. This is wild. This is a residential area. So I'm like, okay, go ahead, right? Bro, Beyonce walks out of the car. Go. Bro, Beyonce uses my bathroom. And she's in the bathroom and her security detail is, standing in the hallway. Guarding my bathroom while she uses it. And she goes out and, she didn't blow it up. But, she didn't even talk to me. She just walks right back to the car, gets in and leaves. And I'm in my mind, I'm like, no one's going to believe me. Serious faces. We're on official business here. I've got my coffee. I just woke up and we're looking at Wake Up, Rage Against the Machine. Family, without any further ado, we're going to go ahead and let him cook. Why wouldn't we, right? Please cook, sir. Talk to me. Bro, this one is iconic. What are you talking about, bro? I have heard this song on the Matrix soundtrack, I believe. Immediately. Bro. Just for those in the back who can't hear me. Family, I'm going to say it again. Sometimes you don't need anything complicated, right, to get your point across. You hear that moaning guitar? And you hear those drums, you're right? It's like you just hear the strain and the groaning, right? I think the Bible says somewhere that, the heavens and the earth groan in preparation for what is to come. Something like, you just hear this groaning, moaning guitar at the beginning. Just the strain of history. Listen to this. Oh, boom, 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 boom. That's all you need. You don't need a lot. I'm ready for it, baby. Talk to me. Come on. Bro, Zach De La Rocha says, come on. He says that a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wonder, sometimes, if Zach gets in his car and his car doesn't start, he's like, come on. You know what I'm saying? But it's also like an invitation. It's like, journey with me, right? Dial in. I feel you, sir. I need you to talk to me, please. Come on. Okay, hear me out. He starts by introducing himself. as a proper MC. I mean, I think Zach De La Rocha still might be kind of, a little old school. He might be a 70s, 80s baby. I'm not sure quite how old Zach De La Rocha is. Leave it in the comments if you're aware of that. But, a lot of times MCs, when they introduce themselves, they kind of tell you who I am. My name is Zoom Dooms, and I'm here to say, So he introduces himself by saying, like, look, the needle, I'll thread it. You'll never edit, radically poetic. So he's introducing himself as a man who cannot be filtered. He's letting you know what he's here to do. And then he talks about the fury that they had in 66. Mid to late 60s was the era of the Panthers. What are we talking about? Talk to me, please. So he says, look, Hoover was a body remover. Hoover, the CIA, FBI, the whole kind of secretive government there to kind of break up what the Civil War was trying to do, especially when there came to be a lot of power in those systems. But he says, I'll give you a dose, but it'll never come close. He's telling you to do your own research about this stuff, though he's going to kind of give you a peek into what he's talking about. Bro, Zach, I'm gonna need you to calm down because they might come after you too, bro. Listen, Zach has absolutely no filter on this one. They went after King when he spoke out on Vietnam. I think that the speech had Vietnam in it. It's like Beyond Vietnam. I believe that the Martin Luther King speech was called Beyond Vietnam. And before that, there was attention on King, of course. But after that, it's like, oh, so you're trying to organize a community around the war effort, right? That's when it's when they really put Dr. King in the scope. You know what I'm saying? It became very, very dangerous at that point, right? I hear what you're talking about.
They keep the shot.
Fire. Yeah. Guys, look at the cover of the album. Jeez. These are the monks that set themselves on fire in protest. Imagine that. Sitting Indian style while your body is on fire just in protest, to identify so thoroughly with your community, right? In order to have the bravery to do something like this. This is counter-evolutionary. All of your biological chores are telling you not to engage in that kind of protest, right? But as having this as your album cover, you're essentially saying that I'm willing to give everything up to and including my life, right? For the movement. Respectfully. Yeah. Talk to me, sir.
Yeah, I'm back in this.
Uh-huh.
To my mind, I flex, flip like Wilson, Funkles never lacking that finesse.
See, you gotta love Rage, bro, because after giving that entire history lesson, he starts his rap again with just saying like, yo, with poetry in mind, I flex, flip like Wilson, vocals never lacking that finesse. Like, he's reintroducing, he's reminding you that I am an MC. Right? So he's there for the smoke and the revolution, respectfully.
To my mind, I flex, flip like Wilson, Funkles never lacking that finesse.
Right.
What do I got to do to wake you up? To shake you up, to break the structure up? His blood still flows in the gutter. I'm not taking photos
bro. So this happens again. This is it seems like the song builds up to this point, and then came the shot. Right? The shot comes after you turn that power over to the people. And it happens over and over and over and over again. Right? I think Plato might have been the first one to figure that out when he tried to figure out why is it that the city that I love, which is Athens, killed the man that I love, which was Socrates in Plato's case. And then, from that, he develops the allegory of the cave. It's like, when people, when you leave the cave, when you finally see the light, the moment at which you come back into the cave to kind of show people the way out, you can be hit with a lot of aggression, right? That's a vast oversimplification, as any philosopher will tell you. It's an oversimplification, of course. But I think in that, he discovered kind of why all of the prophets are killed. Right? Jesus tried to give power over to the have-nots when he said, let the weak say I am strong. Let the poor say I am rich because of what God has done. All of these things. So you see Martin Luther, who translated the Bible into the language of the common people. Right? So that the common people didn't just have to go up to the priests and the fathers, to get their translation and, but to have their own relationship with God. You interpret it your way. And then the Catholics go after him with the Jesuit army. So it goes way further back in history than just the civil rights movement, right? Like Zach De La Rocha is saying, it's like, do your own history. He's only giving you a slight, a small dose of this. And then came the shot. Talk to me, please.
Keeping people calm, they murdered X. They tried to blame it on Islam. He turned the power to the have-nots. And then came the shot.
Listen, I need you to talk to me in the comments, please. He said they murdered X and tried to blame it on Islam. I need to brush up on my history. I had assumed, that, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, had put Malcolm X, on suspension for what he had said about the assassination of Kennedy, with the whole, chickens coming home to roost comment. And then, there was some bad blood between, I don't know. Talk to me in the comments if you have some more insight about that. Was blaming Islam, a cover up for that? What are we talking about here? Something else that I'm noticing about Rage is the sounds, right? They were very, very ahead of their time with the sounds that they were able to make come out of these instruments. Because, I know a lot of different bands have done like rap rock collabs, but these guys use guitars as turntables. It's like they're doing really, really dope stuff sometimes. Ugh. Oh, that's fire. Hit me again. Yeah. Oh, that's fire.
What was the price on his head? What was the price on his head? I heard a shot. I heard a shot.
Guys, that's the best part. Him repeating, I think I heard a shot. What is he trying to inspire? Paranoia in the listener? It's like, I think I heard a shot. What do you feel when you hear that line? Imagine that you're hanging out with family, right? In your living room, and someone says, I think I heard a shot. What happens at that point when someone says, I think I heard a shot? Doesn't everybody get quiet? Everyone starts paying attention, right? Guys, the song is called Wake Up, right? What happens when someone tells you, hey, bro, I think I heard a shot? You lean in, don't you? You start paying attention. Isn't that the point of the song? Bro, this song is fire, and it's psychologically crazy. I think I heard a shot too. I think I heard a shot. That's fire. Guys, you hear he's preaching now. He's talking about Bro, what's crazy is he says, I think I heard a shot, which makes you naturally lean in. Then he starts talking underneath the beat, making sure that you're trying to hear, right?
What you reap is what you sow.
How long, not long. That's a Martin Luther King saying. I don't know if Martin Luther King made that up. It's probably a lot of people, but Martin Luther King would say, how long, not long. And then what you reap is what you sow is it's a biblical idea, but it's also pre-biblical. I don't know that there is a wise man or a sage throughout history who hasn't had that ingrained, right? What you reap is what you sow. But he's talking to the system, right? He's like, yo, what you're going to do by taking shots at all the leaders, right? You can't kill an idea. The violence that you reap will be visited upon you as a system. Bro, that song was crazy. What's next from Rage Against the Machine? Guys, I'm scouring the internet immediately for what's next. That song was Wake Up, Family Salute. I'm awake now. Yo, my coffee is gone. My mud is gone, buddy. What are we talking about? What is next from Rage? Talk to me, please. Correspond with me in the comments. Love you, fam. If you haven't yet, like, comment, share, subscribe, hype the video if that option is available. I'll see you next time, family.